Hello everyone and welcome to this video about Rollercoin. If you still don't know anything about this game, I suggest you to watch the first introduction video that has already been posted on this channel. Furthermore, if you still have to register for the game, you might as well do it with a referral link, like the one you find in the description of this video. In this way you will help the channel to produce new videos, and you will start with a bonus of 1,000 satoshis. I know, it's a pittance, maybe you can use it to buy your first rack, but little is better than nothing. Today we look in a little more detail at the game interface, which for new players might appear a bit confusing, because there's actually a lot of stuff. Let's start from the view of your mining farm. Here you see your desk with your player at work. Obviously at the beginning your room will be completely empty. You will have to buy your equipment by spending RLTs, which is the virtual currency for the economy within the game. When you have accumulated enough RLTs, you will start buying a rack, because you need to house your miners. Then slowly you will have enough money to get the first inexpensive miners. Some you will receive as rewards if you complete activities during special events, and if you are lucky some are dropped from the games. And if you have money to burn, you can also buy the most beautiful and powerful miners effortlessly by spending real money. But these tutorials are oriented to the free-to-play game philosophy. Everything you get will have to be earned within the game itself. They've recently added a few banners above. As you can see, they give you some news on current initiatives. During a season or an event there will be useful information. So this section will change often, depending on what's cooking in a given period. Keep an eye out if anything new appears. It could be that there is something special coming up or the team wants to communicate something important. At the top is the game's main menu. On the left is your wallet, where you can see the amounts you have accumulated of each cryptocurrency. The home is where we are now, i.e. our room where our station is and all the miners you've bought, or a desolately empty room at the beginning, if you haven't bought anything yet. The next icon is for the shop, where you can buy everything you need by paying it in RLTs. In the next videos we will see everything in detail. Here you will find shelves, miners, and other less important things. This is basically the game's boutique, where you can buy everything for full price. If you're really desperate, you can buy here. Otherwise we'll see that there are better opportunities to make purchases. For example, waiting for discounted offers that periodically arrive, or in the marketplace that we'll see shortly. The next two icons are for the games menu that we will see in detail in a special video, and the season menu. When there is a season running, here you can buy the pass, see all the missions, etc. We will dedicate another video to this, because we will have to lose an hour just for this. The next icon is the marketplace icon. In this section you can put on sale the items you don't need, and buy those of other players. Here you will generally find better prices than in the official shop. I advise you to start getting familiar with it by doing some research. Then there will be a specific video dedicated to the marketplace. The last icon is that of the warehouse, where you find the inventory of everything you have, the status of your collection compared to the total catalog of miners available in the game, and the merge section, which will allow you to upgrade your equipment by combining different set-off. Same story, we need a specific video to deal with this section. For the moment we focus on your workstation. Let's go back to our desk, where among other things you will notice that your PC will change depending on the amount of games you complete. In summary, the more games you win, the better your PC will be, up to the maximum level, which is the one you see here. The better your PC, the longer the computing power obtained from games will last, which, as we have already said before, is temporary and runs out after a certain period. With the best PC, the power gained from gaming lasts for 7 days, otherwise it will deplete sooner. Also remember that you must log in and win at least one game within 24 hours of the last game won. Otherwise, your PC will also return to the basic level and you will have to start over. It's not a serious thing. It may happen that you are unable to log in for a day or two, God forbid, but it is good that you know. Another important thing you need to remember is right here on the left, the first item up. In Rollercoin, your miners work non-stop day and night. Unlike the percentage of power gained from games that depletes after a while, the power produced by miners never depletes. However, you must remember to click, at least once every 5 days, on this button to, so to speak, recharge the electricity. If you don't, starting on the 6th day, your miners will stop working and your farm will stop producing anything. In short, it is a system to force even the strongest players to log in at least every few days. This is also one of the reasons why Rollercoin will never be a passive income. I love these words which have become so successful lately among fluff gurus. You can't just forget about your account and come once a month to collect your production. You will find the machine stopped and your wallet empty. Further down is the entry named My Power. This value precisely indicates your total computing power, i.e. the one obtained from the miners, from the games, and finally from your possible bonus coefficient that you see above. Bonuses can be obtained from some miners. Originally, all miners had a bonus, then this was changed in newer miners. Or you may have received temporary bonuses by completing some missions. The computing power can be split into several cryptocurrencies. This means that you can decide whether to mine a single crypto using 100% of your capacity, or allocate a certain percentage to each of your favorite shitcoins. I absolutely don't recommend splitting your power, especially in the beginning if you're not strong enough, and if you're watching this video you are probably not. You would only get crumbs and you would have no hope. Better to concentrate on what is needed, and the only really useful thing is the RLTs. Network power is one of the biggest, if not the biggest problem in the whole game. It represents the sum of all the computing power of all the players, mine, yours, that of the first and last in the rankings. It is an important data because it is used to determine how much you will get as a reward. Without giving you a headache with math, it is enough for you to know that the larger this number is, the lower your earnings will be. And as you can easily see by yourself, this number is growing visibly. This is due to the fact that there are always new players, therefore more miners in circulation, but the pie to be divided is always the same. So it is logical to understand that if some rules do not change in the future, this thing will end up representing a serious problem. There is talk of a future increase in block rewards. Something has already been done with the last season, but in my humble opinion that will not be a solution and absolutely nothing will change. We will see. By expanding with the arrow you can also see how the power is distributed among the various cryptos. This can be useful for you to decide whether to mine the one that suits you best at a specific moment. If you really want to mine shitcoins, consider that where there are fewer people you earn more. It's not a hard and fast rule, but it's generally the case. Keep in mind that the values change often, also because every week there are incentives on one crypto rather than another. Check often if you are interested. Block reward indicates what reward is awarded for each block of what you are mining, and how much will be awarded to you. You may realize by yourself that as long as you don't have decent computing power, you will only be able to take home a few crumbs. The interval between closing one block and the following one is represented by this progress bar. However, if you have nothing better to do, you can see all the detailed statistics by expanding the section. Finally, this section contains the quests, daily and weekly. We will see them later in more detail. In a nutshell, these are small tasks that you have to perform to obtain extra rewards, generally in the form of a recently introduced token called RST, and mainly used to buy components and miners in limited series. We'll dedicate a video to it because there's a lot to explore. As a last information for this video, this upgrade button is used to purchase an extra room for your mining farm. At first you won't need it at all. But when you have bought the first racks and miners a little at a time, the space in your small room will run out. Then you can buy an extra room, up to a maximum of 4. In my case, you see that my miner has 2 rooms. When she has filled the second one, she will have to buy a third one to house the new equipment. Or as an alternative, you can always replace the less powerful miners with more performing ones. Perhaps selling what you no longer need in the marketplace, or even craft better miners starting from 2 scarce ones. As you can see, the game has several interesting aspects. With this, I thank you for following this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I think the next one could focus on the games, maybe making an overview of all to give 2 tips on how to deal with them. Because as I have told you over and over again, in Rollercoin only one thing is important for a free-to-play. If you want to grow, you have to play. See you soon.